everyone, we are at the MetaWeek Day 2 and I'm so happy to introduce CEO of NextChange and co-founder and director of the Hong Kong Blockchain Center. Moreover, he's the organizer of the MetaWeek. Juwan Lee.
Good afternoon, it's great to be here.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great now that the event has already started and I see a lot of energy. It's always very important to have a lot of energy when you come to these events. And I really am very happy that this is already, well on its way and it's been successful so far.
As the organizer of the MetaWeek, it will be interesting to know what is Metaverse according to you, how it should look like.
Well, the Metaverse has many definitions. A lot of people have different definitions. To me, the Metaverse is kind of what we say, what the future of the way three-dimensional virtual reality will be. It's a new world with new rules, where you can redefine yourself in the Metaverse. You can become completely different, but also at the same time, there are no boundaries that it has to be even on Earth. It could be in the universe. So we're going to see what the actual definitions end up being, but my best definition is limitless.
Amazing. What are the benefits of joining the Metaverse for the traditional businesses and average consumers?
Well, I think the most important thing is that the audience can be very different. So you take a big brand, let's say a fashion brand. Their audience can be a certain group of people. But in the Metaverse, it could be gamers, it could be a completely different group of people that they don't have access to in another country in Africa. So for us, when we look at what's happening in the Metaverse, it's expanding the reach well beyond what they already have.
Over the course of 2 days, the conference will cover the most discussed digital topics. So, what are the main challenges in this industry right now?
Well, the main challenges, I think, is that we're in a bear market for the economy, not just crypto and blockchain. So we're seeing slowdown in what we say the traditional economy. At the same time, Metaverse is the fastest growing industry in the history of the world. But the challenges are that the money that is needed for the growth of the Metaverse comes from traditional industry or traditional investors. So what we're seeing is that there will be a lot of demands for the growth, but maybe only a few will get the proper funding.
I know that you are heavily involved in fintech, metaverse, digital transformation and blockchain. So how it happened that you decided to start a business in blockchain industry?
Well, the blockchain industry is very interesting because when I got involved in 8 years ago, it wasn't quite obvious that blockchain will transform the world. And I think one of the things that we've all discovered is that blockchain isn't something that has a lot of use cases. A lot of people talk about it, but there's not actually a lot of use cases. So what's been interesting for me and why I got involved is I'm a builder of ecosystem, of new industries like blockchain. And because of that, we have been able to see many new companies that are trying to attack the different problems that the blockchain can solve. So it's really about assisting the growth of the ecosystem. And that we, in the end, are venture builders and investors and allowing our money and capital and our connections to allow the growth of the industry to happen at a faster pace.
As a leader and innovator in finance and technology, what are the latest trends and developments?
Well, the Metaverse is interesting because I think one of the biggest trends in the Metaverse is the brands are coming in. Brands don't always come into different technology. So brands, big brands around the world, Louis Vuitton, car companies, and various different brands are coming in. The other thing that I think that people are looking at is social impact. That's a big trend within the Metaverse. You have this new world that you're trying to fill. Why don't you make it better and have an impact to the world? So that every effort that you put in, you start from scratch and recreate and that have a social impact. You also have the introduction or the implementation of AI. AI will be very much a part of the Metaverse. And that artificial intelligence will help basically automate the process by which certain things are taking place. So it's very important to have AI. Also, the whole NFT will become a form of, it will be seamless inside the Metaverse. where you can purchase NFTs to either be access or a part of a community. You can use the NFTs to maybe represent a certain type of currency. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen just within the NFT space. But I think really it comes down to certain things that we impact us every day, like health. Can you imagine you're going to be in, I don't know, Ukraine, and somebody in Russia or in the United States, they're all talking to each other, dealing with your health issues, and you'll be able to communicate and diagnose things all on the metaverse.
As the CEO of NextChange Group, what plans do you have for the company in MENA region?
Well, the MENA region is very interesting, especially here in Dubai. It's no secret that the government here in Dubai is looking to grow its presence in the metaverse, creating over 40,000 jobs on a virtual basis, as well as placing about $4 billion by 2030 in their economy. So this is something very important trend. And because of that, it's brought a lot of people here in the MENA region. So for me, again, what do I really focus on? Building an ecosystem, and that ecosystem allows me to get partnerships, deal flow, so that we can invest. That's the basic premise here. So our goal here is to further expand and then get involved much more in some of the startups that we believe will be successful here to attack the problems that the metaverse is trying to solve.
Across all decentralized finance categories, NFTs have seen the biggest crash in transaction volumes in last month since the cryptocurrency crash from May 2022. What is behind the NFT crash?
Well, it's interesting because, you know, the cryptocurrency, blockchain, which is tied to NFT, is a growth cyclical. So what you have is it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, but if you draw the line, it's actually up over the long term. But whatever goes up in crypto, whatever goes up in the NFT, whatever gets hyped, the more it goes up, the more it goes down. So in this particular case, everybody needs to understand the key word, valuation. Valuation, how much you want to pay for something. If you overpay for something that is completely hyped, it will, when the hype goes away, there's no support. So it's come down dramatically. Shockingly, what most people don't realize, hype is actually not a bad thing because it brings people into the space. But what's bad is that if it goes down too much, it actually can hurt the people that invest. But in this case, I would say that the NFT, yes, it's dropped a lot, but the ones that are going to survive are the ones that will become the very important stable part, and it will be the ones that change the way NFTs will be portrayed in the future. So it's important that from here, the market's telling us who's going to be the best NFTs in the future.
Right now, everyone in the crypto industry are talking about the Ethereum 2.0 merge. What do you think about it?
I think it's a very important thing. I've watched Ethereum, and the reason why most people are on Ethereum is because there's already community. It's very hard to create community, very hard to kill community. There have been many challenges with Ethereum, gas prices being too high, speed very slow, and that's why other layer 1 blockchains came in and tried to be the alternative to Ethereum. But in the end, Ethereum is still there. It has community, it has dApps that are being built on it. So with the merge to 2.0, it's just an enhancement basically. But I don't think in the short term, it does what I think most people think it will. It will not catapult users to come on the platform as much, but I think in the longer term, yes. Because, you know, in a bear market, we still see some, you know, hesitation, and we believe that, you know, the market still will have challenges. It's not gonna, we're not anywhere near the bottom of where this bear market is.
Thank you so much, Juwan Lee, for the interview. It was very, very nice talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.